Winter had arrived. The trees had shed their leaves, and a chilly wind blew through Madison Square Park in New York. On a worn-out bench sat Soapy, a homeless man with a sharp mind and worn clothes. He wasn't dreaming of success, comfort, or love. He only wished for a warm place to stay during the harsh months ahead. 3 months on Blackwell's Island, Soapy thought. That'll be just right. A bed, food, no worries. All I have to do is get arrested. Determined, Soapy began his mission. He first tried entering a fancy restaurant on Broadway. He smoothed his coat and walked in confidently, but before he could sit down, the head waiter frowned. "Get out! You don't belong here." Soapy left, not too surprised. "Well," he muttered, "that was expected." Next, Soapy walked past a glass shop. Without hesitation, he picked up a large stone and threw it straight through the window. "I did it!" he shouted as a police officer ran up. "Who broke that window?" the officer demanded. "I did," said Soapy calmly, expecting handcuffs. But the policeman looked doubtful. "You're standing too cool. Probably someone else. Move along." Frustrated, Soapy moved on. He saw a cheap diner and went inside. He ordered a full meal, bread, coffee, and pie. Once finished, he stood up. "I have no money," he announced loudly. The waiter didn't even blink. "Then get out before I throw you out." Soapy was shoved out into the street. He then spotted a drunken man yelling on the sidewalk. Seeing an opportunity, Soapy joined him. "You fool! You disgrace!" he shouted, waving his arms to attract the police. But the officer nearby just smiled. "Two crazy guys having fun. Let them be." No arrest. Trying once more, Soapy saw a man holding an umbrella outside a shop. He walked up, grabbed the umbrella, and started walking away. "I'm taking this," he said boldly. "Call a cop if you want." The man looked at him nervously. "It's not mine," he whispered. "I stole it too." Soapy sighed in disappointment. With nowhere else to go, Soapy walked aimlessly. He passed a quiet street and heard music coming from a church. An organ was playing softly, and the notes floated through the air. Something stirred inside him. He stopped. "This music, it makes me feel different. I don't want prison anymore. I want to live right. I'll find work tomorrow. I'll start over." For the first time in years, Soapy felt hope. He turned away from the church with new purpose. But as he walked, a policeman stopped him. "What are you doing here?" the officer asked sternly. "Nothing, officer. Just thinking," Soapy replied gently. The policeman frowned. "Come along, loitering. You're under arrest." The next morning, Soapy stood before a judge. 3 months on Blackwell's Island, the judge announced. And just like that, Soapy got what he no longer wanted, prison. At the very moment he had decided to change his life, fate had decided otherwise.